You can see at first it looked like it was just the entrance to this Best Buy that was roped off, but obviously now you can see that it extends beyond the entrance and on into the parking lot. Another interesting thing, I think we've seen so far is the police helicopter kind of circling the area. So it makes you wonder if they're looking for a suspect on foot, perhaps. But obviously, that's just a guess. They are referring to this as an active shooting situation. We've seen several officers with guns in their hands, and then you see some of the officers right there. Obviously, are wearing those police vests. So bulletproof vests. You can see the man in the olive shirt there. So we are very limited with information at this time, but obviously avoid this area, 99th Avenue and McDowell and Avondale. Avoid that area if at all possible. This is, a nice shopping center. You can see the Hobby Lobby. We passed the Justice, which is the young girls store, Men's Warehouse. Probably a pretty active area in general on a Monday afternoon. So avoid this area if you can. Discretion is advised. This is a live scene. They are referring to it as an active shooting, and we are just going to have to bring you the details as we receive them. We do have a crew on the way there, so we are anticipating additional details sooner rather than later, and we appreciate your patience. We have no idea how many victims there are involved in the shooting, if there are any victims, or what their conditions are, but that's obviously information we're going to collect for you. And we don't know the status of the suspect. So those are some questions that we are currently hunting for. How many victims, if there are any, what is their condition, and how many suspects, and what is their status. Then we jump to motive, obviously, but this is such breaking news that we are desperately trying to get you some of those answers right now. Again, you're looking at this Best Buy in Avondale on 99th Avenue and McDowell. And it looks like blood there on the top left of the screen. I'm just now noticing that as the camera stabilizes. And yeah, that definitely looks like blood. And it's also interesting the way they've blocked everything off with police tape, because it goes around the parking lot. And obviously, our thoughts are with any and all affected and involved in this. Again, we have confirmed that there was a shooting here at this Best Buy in Avondale, 99th Avenue and McDowell Road. And at 12:33 p.m., about 10 minutes ago, it was referred to by the Avondale police as an active shooting scene. I haven't seen an ambulance since we've pulled up. Since Air 15 has been on the scene, I have not seen an ambulance. We are seeing this fire truck, obviously, and we see a sea of police cars. And again, we have a crew headed to the scene right now, so we will have additional details for you. It looks like a lot of these officers are now leaving the scene. And when we first arrived, too, there was that police helicopter circling the area as well. Perhaps those are witnesses. Looks like a child. Hopefully they get that child to a safe area. Again, this is live raw video. We're watching it with you. Details are unfolding. We're experiencing all of this together. So as I get new information, I'm going to share it with you immediately. But again, we're very limited on information at this time. We just know that Avondale PD did confirm that there was a shooting at this Best Buy at 99th Avenue and McDowell Road. Again, this shot right now that you're looking at, it appears that there is blood on the top left-hand side of the screen, right outside of this Best Buy. And we did see a lot of officers leaving. We saw the fire truck leaving, but still a heavy police presence here at this Best Buy. And thank you so much for your patience. As we get more information, we are going to bring it to you. It was viewers, some viewers that actually alerted us of this situation with by providing photos of some of the officers at this Best Buy in Avondale. So we watch as the scene unfolds and as we try to get additional details. How many victims? Who are the victims? Where are the suspects? And what was the motive? And again, I do apologize for the blood at the top of the screen. Discretion is advised. Avondale PD referring to this as an active shooting scene a little more than 10 minutes ago. Now, it looks like more investigators on the scene than officers. There were much bigger firearms when we initially started streaming and we were on location. Those seem to have been put away. And we are going to continue to bring you these live aerials as long as we can, as long as we have them. And if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to step away and see if we have any new details. All right, new details to bring you. 2 individuals shot. 2 victims in this situation. 2 victims shot at this Best Buy in Avondale, Arizona. Again, at 99th Avenue and McDowell Road. 2 victims shot. 1 suspect in custody. So those are the new details we have for you as my screen freezes. We have 2 victims shot. Their conditions are currently unknown, but we're going to bring you that as soon as we have it too. 2 victims shot. 1 suspect in custody here in Avondale, Arizona at this Best Buy shooting. So I'm going to bring you additional details now, although again, we are still very limited as this is an active situation. We do know that there are 2 victims that were shot. Real Women Revealed tweeting, shooting at Avondale shopping mall Best Buy. My daughter was just in the parking lot getting food at Smash Burger Lord. And just checking abc15.com, we have an update. Police are investigating a double shooting at an Avondale shopping center. The call came out around noon on Monday at a shopping complex off the Interstate 10 near 99th Avenue and McDowell Road. Phoenix police said 2 people were shot. Their conditions are currently unknown at this time. According to police, 1 person is in custody. Air 15, as you can see, currently over the scene, showing a large police and fire presence, although it is dwindling. The story is developing, and we're going to continue to bring you updates on ABC 15, whether through Twitter, Facebook, or our local television news broadcast. So make sure that you stay tuned to ABC 15. And if you'll give me just a moment, I'll give you some ground visuals. It looks like our crew might have arrived and are on scene. So I'm going to give you just a quick look at some of those photos. And again, these are from ABC 15's Twitter page. Ground shot at 99th Avenue and McDowell. This is in front of the Old Navy store there. Another look. It looks much more chaotic from the ground, doesn't it? Officers, it looks like, conducting interviews on the left side of your screen. And just a quick recap. Back to live aerials. Again, we have 2 victims. We are checking on their conditions. And again, our thoughts are with them and all affected by the shooting at the Best Buy. 2 victims of the shooting at this Avondale Best Buy. 1 suspect is in custody. Motive at this time unknown. And I see some of your comments on the ABC 15 Facebook page. Does anyone know the motive? At this time, we are at a loss. We know that there are 2 victims. The shooter is in custody. We don't know the motive, but we will have the motive inevitably with the suspect in custody. No ambulance on scene unless they are at the back of the store, says Denise. We showed up at the scene as quickly as possible, but there was a lot of activity. Again, just to reiterate, the call was made at noon to the person concerned about the ambulance. The initial call was made at noon, and we didn't get to the scene till about 12:30, maybe a little bit before. So there is a lot of activity that we did not get for you on film. And that is, so we know that there are 2 victims. We don't know their conditions, but I do think we would know if they were no longer with us. I hate to even go there. But for those concerned that we don't see an ambulance, the initial call was made at noon. We didn't arrive via Air 15 until 12:30, so I don't think that that's something to worry about. Brittany Yeager says her boyfriend was just at this location at 99th Avenue and McDowell Road. Shilreese Holmes saying that she was headed in this direction to shop at one of the stores, but sounds like she's going to wait. And I would, judging by the amount of officers that are still at this scene, I would avoid this area. Jules Smith asking if the 2 victims are alive. Those conditions are currently unknown, but as soon as we know the conditions of the 2 victims, we will absolutely tell you. Natalie Cunningham asking Avondale ? Avondale, we are in Arizona Station. You could see that on the right-hand side of the screen. ABC 15 Arizona. Nicole McLennan responding that she did see an ambulance and a stretcher. So thank you for your feedback, Nicole. We appreciate you letting us know that. Arlene saying this situation was handled quickly. As far as we could see, absolutely. Such a heavy police presence so quickly. So absolutely, it looks like the Avondale police did a great job of apprehending the suspect quickly, because we do know that they have 1 suspect in custody at this time. Deborah says prayers to the 2 victims. Thank you so much for your comment, Deborah. We appreciate you. Edward Sanchez saying very sad. Hope the 2 victims are okay. Absolutely. Mario asking if the 2 victims were employees. We don't know the identities of the 2 victims yet, Mario, but thank you for your feedback. Jose asking if the officers found any weapons on the suspect. That is additional information that we don't have yet at this time. We are very limited. This is shots ran out, or actually the initial call was made, I should say. The initial call was made a little less than an hour ago at noon, and we were on the scene at around 12:30. So officers did an amazing job of apprehending the suspect quickly. To me, though, I could be wrong, but it does still look like there is blood right there at the front of that Best Buy store. So people asking why there's still such a heavy presence. It's obviously because they're still doing their investigating. Looks like we might be losing Chopper, so I'm going to take you back to these pictures from